Hey you guys, this is me, Lizzie with The Real Deal. I am back for another video. Kind of just a little update on where we are with the moving process. I know I said I'd keep you guys updated. I just heard back from my husband today that the lady we were looking at a house, it was like pretty much a 3-bedroom out in the middle of nowhere. It was perfect. Well, the landlord said no. Mainly because we don't have we have a lack of rentals. So we really haven't had our own lease. We haven't had our own place. We've always lived with somebody. The time before my aunt, we were living with my mom. My mom moved out. We moved in with my aunt because it kept her bills down. Nowhere in that time where anything ever on our name with a lease. Just, it was our residence where we lived. We lived with family. We're now in a position where we can find our own place. The place we were looking at, my husband and I both make together 3 times the lady's rent, and she still wants more. Not understanding this completely. And then I have a friend that I met up with yesterday who was telling me that she was in the same boat as I was about a couple years back. She sold a house, and it was just her and her son. And she wanted to pay a renter a year's rent. And the renter refused to take the year's rent because he couldn't evict her if he wanted to. And I'm like, well, you're paying a year's rent up front. Why would they need to evict you anyways? I think the renters need to stop focusing on evicting people. Like, I get it. Y'all have been, like, screwed over by renters, by rentees. But not everybody is out to screw you over. There are some true, honest people in this world. And that's my husband and I. We're true, honest people. We work hard to put a roof over our kids' heads. Right now, I'm living with family because we can't get an apartment. We have the money, we have the means to move, but we have not one person that will give us a place to live. Which is ridiculous. Unless I want to go live in a place with slumlords. Then I can have the place. And no offense, I just can't live from living in my aunt's place, and they were definitely slumlords. I mean, they left the woman freezing in the winter with no heat because the heating system broke down. So, yeah. And then with no AC in the summertime when it's central air. We don't have a housing crisis. We have a landlord crisis. Because y'all are too friggin' picky. And things need to friggin' change. Why am I posting this on my channel? Okay, I only have 24 subscribers, but that's 24 more people that see this. And I'm hoping that you all will like and share and help me try to change the way things are. I'm trying to change the world to see that not everybody is out to screw you over. Yes, you do have people that are scummy people. Just my husband and I are not one of them. And we're trying to find a place of our own so that we can have more family gatherings and have everybody around. But that's a little hard when nobody will open their heart to say, okay, well, they have the means, they have the income. Their credit's not perfect. That's the only thing. This last lady didn't care about my credit. She cared about the fact that I've been helping my relatives for years pay their bills. So we were living with family to help pay their bills. Yeah, again, we don't have a housing crisis. We have a landlord crisis. Because y'all are too damn freaking picky. So please stop being so picky. Open your hearts and see the real deal. And the real reality of what's going on around us. We have so much tragedy going on in our country, in our world now. We're talking about a roof with 4 walls. And y'all can't even give somebody that. please, I would like to see the positive feedback. I really don't need to have somebody yelling at me and saying, oh, you're this, you're that. I do enough putting myself down daily. Okay? And saying that I'm a horrible person or something, because I must have done something seriously wrong for nothing to ever go the way I planned. I always had a firm believing, the good you put out in the world always has a way of coming back. So I've been helping people for 5 years. Not one time in those 5 years have I seen something good come back. So I'm not really sure where this is going to lead us, but I know one place has now said no. I'm hoping in a few days or so to hear a yes from somebody, because we need our own place. My kids need a routine. My 19-year-old with autism needs her routine back. And I would like to start cooking for my family again in my own place. So if we can just stop with the pickiness and open your brain and your heart and realize that not everybody's out to screw you over and force you to evict them. Because honestly, I've now talked to 3 people who've had the same problem that I have. One person was willing to pay a year's rent and they still wouldn't rent to her. And another lady owns one of the shops in the village, a very reputable business, and nobody would rent to her. So, what is the problem? Do you guys all enjoy just paying for a property that's vacant instead of having a renter in there that can pay your property for you? Because that's what y'all are doing. You're sitting there paying the money on the property because you're so afraid to rent to somebody and say, oh, I might have to evict them. Well, would you rather have a couple months paid for you? Because that's what tenants do. They pay your property and they pay you for that property. I mean, I am not willing to move into a place where I feel like I'm being pushed or like people are scummy. And that's what my husband and I faced like about 3 weeks ago. But as of right now, after this last lady just said, oh, well, no, because they don't have a history of renting, and, their income is not high enough. My income is 3 times your rent. So what's the problem? Anyways, remember, have fun with what you're doing and keep it real, because I do with each and every video. I thank you guys all for watching. If you like what you're seeing, you want to see more of my moving journey and us on our quest to find a home, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.